So today, my dear friends, I'll be just talking a little bit about describing pie charts, and I'll give you some super tips of description of this particular kind, which is known as pie chart or a pie graph. A pie chart is a very common type of a graph in the shape of a circle representing a collective of 100%. You might have found these kind of charts in different colors. They look very attractive apparently, but we need to describe them appropriately and correctly, according to the band descriptors which have been given in the practical manual of IELTS. Then within a circle, smaller percentage portions will be presented in different colors. And sometimes the shapes look like the slices taken out of a pie. And this is where it gets its nickname of a pie chart. Pie charts are comparatively easy, and they usually have only a smaller number of sections. So you need to describe the segments and their values. If there are too many, then you just explain the important values and segments of a pie chart. So be careful about the description. You have to see very accurately what portion is given what percentage. So in order to get a band of 9 band for your answer, you should follow this structure. Number 1, introduction. Number 2, general overview. And number 3, specific features. And this is not only associated with pie chart description, it is actually representative of all the charts, graphs, and tables that we are supposed to give introduction and the general overview, and then the body paragraphs. It could be 1, and these can be 2. So let's explain these parts of the response a bit further. Now, when it comes to introduction, the first paragraph you write is always an introduction. The introduction is just 1 or 2 sentences where you have to paraphrase the information from the question. You know about the skill of paraphrasing. You can change the words, but you have to keep the meaning, and you can change the order of the sentence, flip the order of the sentence rather. And using synonyms is extremely important here for paraphrasing. So in introduction, you need to mention 2 important things. What are those? What your graph or chart shows, and for what period of time. Now, something about the general overview now. The second paragraph of your answer is a general overview, where you briefly describe 2 to 4 key features. Rest assured, key features. This is not the general, facts and figures which should be described here. They should be made the part of the body paragraphs. Here, you have got to just give the general trends or the general overview. And you have to describe 2 to 4 key features here. Now, the first option is find the biggest and the smallest slices of each pie chart. And here you are. Your overview is complete. And second option is find which slices become bigger or smaller or do not change. So you have to see, you can take the first option or the second option. Each option is fine, but don't write both of them because you have to keep your overview smart and short. Always start your general overview with the words like overall. Yeah, overall is very generally used to write the overview. Now, about specific details, or you can say in the body paragraphs, you have to give the specific details. The last part of your answer is specific details now, or the third part in the structure. You should group the specific details of your chart in two phases. Phase 1, Phase 2, or body paragraph 1 and body of paragraph 2. You can group data in such way, for example, sectors that had an increase, and number 2, the sectors that had a decrease or didn't change. So there can be two options once again in describing data. You have to see sectors that had an increase in the first body paragraph and sectors that had a little change or did change in the second body paragraph. Now, something about something rather to remember is you should vary your language as much as possible in order to score high in the lexical resource part of the test. You know about the lexical resource? It means that vocabulary. You have to vary the vocabulary. Don't use the same words time and time again. This could be a bad impression. For instance, use approximations like, for example, 49% can be expressed as nearly a half. 49%, nearly a half. There are some more range of expressions that can be used to express percentages. For example, if there is 73%, you can explain it like this: nearly 3/4. If it is 51%, you can say it just over a half. If it is 49%, just under a half. If it is 32%, nearly a third. If it is just 3%, a tiny fraction. 50%, exactly a half. 26%, roughly 1/4. 49%, around a half. And 24%, almost a quarter. 77%, approximately 3/4. And proportions like proportions can be narrated like this: 70%, a large proportion; 71%, a significant majority; 15%, a small minority; and 3%, an insignificant minority. So, dear friends, if you keep in your mind all these things which I've described here in describing your pie chart, you are likely to succeed in your examination, and examiner will feel pleased and he will be impressed. And impressed and pleased examiners are likely to give better band scores. Now, there are some more points being summarized now at the end. Always highlight the largest and smallest proportions. Number 2, if there are two pie charts in different time periods, then you must highlight the key changes or the key trends. Number 3, use pie chart language. For example, accounts for, comprises of, represents, dash, dash, dash. And number 4, the phrase, units are measured in, for example, dot, dot, dot. It should be used when the units have not been stated in the previous sentence. That's it, my dear friends. I hope you would have noted down all the key features on this lecture, and it will also help you out in gaining better band scores in describing pie chart in your IELTS writing task 1. So God bless you all. Thank you very much indeed. I'll see you shortly with another uploaded video. Until then, stay blessed.